Hi YouTube, hope you enjoyed about the show today. Some good news, and Luke for Top Deck Ends is actually getting back to play from this week maybe, and next week. Yep, which is good. So we got shaddolls today. Hey, for the new deck for yes. If you want to know, just bought the shaddoll shot deck. You might as well register for it the other day. Okay, so we got 3 of that man. This sends any level 4 level to the graveyard. So anytime you need a good set up, this is the card you need, and you draw 1 card. So this is good. This gets you set up for your turn and gets you going. This card literally starts all your combos. It has to be your normal sample. That is absolutely fine. And then we got for the start with that we got Dark Gravel and Armageddon Knight for that too, which pretty much do the same play. Okay. Sometimes you want this card more, this one sends 2 cards because you send one from your hand, which is cool. But Armageddon Knight does exactly the same thing. You need it for the special to draw to send 1 card to the grave, so you do exactly the same thing. And level 4, so that's pretty good. Yeah. And now the new shaddoll cards. We've got shaddoll. Shaddoll Wind. Okay, this is the new one. So all shaddoll monsters have a flip effect. So when this card's been flipped, you can special 1 shaddoll monster from your deck face up or face down. Okay. When this card's been sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you send 1 card. You special 1 shaddoll from your deck in face down too. So either way, you get a summon from the deck, which is excellent. That's why I play this because anytime this is flipped, you basically get a summon from the deck, which is excellent, which shadolls actually kinda need. It's a win, which makes it weird. Yeah, the new one's a win, some strange reason, which is really good. This is really good because this just flips and then you can just send it to grave. If you don't want to summon this, but if you have to, you flip it and then you can just get more. You can get more swarming again very easily. It makes it very confusing. Falcon's just good in general, just because you can flip it and get stuff back from the grave, or you can just use the other effect to get it back itself, which is pretty cool. And it comes in time to time, which is good. Yeah. Shaddoll Quiffer just sends cards to the grave. You never use its flip effect by the way, but you use its grave effect quite often in another shaddoll card. Yeah. Shaddoll. This is good just in general. This is good. It's good to have low shaddoll names in general with this, and this is just sends shadolls to the grave most of the time, which is good. Makes it a good card, and it's good beat it if you need to be, which is cool, which is good. Shaddoll 2, Shaddoll Hedgehog. Yep. Which is the searcher for the deck for monsters and spells. You rather get the spells sometimes, so you rather have it flipped, which is cool. Or you can get the monsters, which you will send to the grave, which is good, which is cool. It's a good level and stuff like that. Yeah. Nana Shaddoll Anna. If this card's flip, this one's Psyche and Water. If this one's flipped, you special someone for the vanish part, face up or face down. If this one's sent to grave, you banish 3 cards from the grave. Okay? Which is cool. I mean, this one's like just another name half the time, which is good, which is cool. Yep. And then we got Dragon and Beast. Dragon's just good to pop spells and traps in general, and return cards if you need to. It's good to pop cards with pop spell traps. That's why you only play the 1, because you're going to need it against back row heavy decks and stuff like that, which is cool. It just gives you an extra pop with it, which is good. Shaddoll Beast is your draw card. If this card's flipped, you draw 2 and discard 1. Then also you send 1 and you draw 1. So either way, just draw. You will never summon this properly because you need a tribute summon. But if you do, you get the draw 2, which is good. Now the non-shaddoll bits, which were before mage, because they're your best light targets of the day. Yep. So you got before mage, strict clown, just to be your searcher for the before mage. For those 2, you may search Patrick, but if you send this is good. So this would just get you a before mage, and you can use it as a hand trap to avoid damage. But this doesn't come up very often, which is cool. Yep. It might come off the FDK, yeah. For the FDK, that'll be quite funny if this happens. Trick Clown, just to be a nice extender most of the time, and then it's just a good light target. And this is a good earth target, and that's what it is most of the time. And most of the time, Earth Tricker is a standard because you can just special summon it and then use it for the next bit, which is cool. Then we've got the Danger Engine. Yep. just because we can with this deck. It's pretty good with the new danger cards. You can sort of set up very nicely with them. And this is a good standards, and then sometimes you get these triggering off, which is cool, but most of the time you get popping off with these, which is good. This is just a nicer standards and get you drawing and make your deck more dark focused, which is good. And then the last monster is Engine Saver, just because it's a nicer standard, and you can put stuff, it's done in your hand as bricks, you can put it back in deck, which is good, which is cool, and you will send this occasionally to the grave, which is good. Yeah. And then now to the spells. We've got 3 call by the grave. Yep, just to be good a move, just to stop them going first, with balancing the hand traps. Yes, the deck does need its cards to resend and stuff like that. Does not really search this deck just really only searches once, so you use this for the grave and stuff like that, which is cool to stop the hand traps. Yeah. Shaddoll Fusion. Yep. Just this card's just a beast half the time. Any card has been stashed something except just send the Shaddoll monster from the deck as material, which is excellent. Which just you just send the TL to the grave. Yep. And then negate it. There you'll have another one you add, which is good. And then also with Shaddolls, it's like the cards that he's using are actually good, and you want them in the grave most of the time, which is cool. And then we got Super Poly, just to take away any of the dark monsters, just to take up any TL they have. This is just a win button most of the time, and they can't negate it, which is good, which is cool. Alert, just to get to the dark easier. This whole entire deck is dark. That's the preference of this deck. It's all dark, so that's what makes it good. And a Jip, you could actually just draw and advance cards. Yes, you will lose your hand, but that doesn't happen most of the time. And then Hellstorm Fusion, just to be a quick play spell. You'll use this on the opponent's turn just to flip to play window on their opponent's turn and have absolutes with that. So you have a good amount of protection with that, and they can't get over that very well, very easily most of the time, which is good with one special. Card structure, just to trigger them off, just to get those dead cards in your hand, and it's easy to send cards to the grave with this deck, which is good, which is cool. Yeah. Pile of Everest, just because you'll have to, just because then your extra deck starts to get quite tight, and then you get to mill, you get your cards back to your deck quickly and very good and very efficiently, which is cool. Forward spell, just to send cards, more cards to the grave, just to get you set up and get you ready for your turn. And sometimes this is just starting card, sometimes it's just an extender, you need that extra card. A grave, yep. And then we got Interfusion, just to be a nice extender, yeah. And because of cross sheep and stuff like that, yep. And the only trap card is Ran Shaddoll Leon. Okay, so if it's graveyard, I guess first time I Shaddoll from my graveyard, flip face up or face down, then I get to the bounce effect, which will let me push Shaddoll monster face up or face down, so which is cool, which is good. We use this, we don't use the first effect, we might use it, that's why we have 2 of them, in case we draw it, but you mainly would use it for sending to flip stuff up, because you need to, which is good, which is cool, because you can flip stuff on your turn, which is good. This card's just a good defensive tool in general, because you need that flip effect to get you more advantage, which is good. Now the extra deck. Okay, the fusion, so we got El Shaddoll Construct, yep, which is the best card, which is the best extra deck card of the whole entire deck. Send any Shaddoll to the grave, any card, and then you can attack to get rid of the opponent's monster, yeah, and then they can bring back the Shaddoll card, if spell and trap card if you need to, and stuff like that, which is good. We got Winder to end on. You need to play 2 of this because this is very good and very powerful and very viable and stuff like that, which is good, which is cool. Yeah. Now this is the new one, El Shaddoll Leona. This one, so if this one's Shaddoll summon, you need 2 Shaddoll with different attributes. Okay, so if this one's special summon, you can't destroy battle. When this one's special summon, you get negate 1 card of the field, which is good. And if this card sends to ground, you can add any Shaddoll to your hand. So, and by the way, you can do that just from the extra deck, by the way. So you can just use it as to send to ground. grave and just do that with it, which is good, which is cool. This is good because this just gets negation stop. This is good for going second. If you need to negate a certain card, this is the card to do it with. Yeah, Shakanaga. Yes, you'll be ending your board with Shakanaga because you can, because it's Earth. There are quite a few Earth targets for this deck, which is good, which is cool. You just put a negate effect. You will summon in defense, and it's most of the time. But this is good. This is good. Then we got our last two are Fusion. Fusion's just a nice extender. I couldn't find a really good extender, so I thought this was quite a good one. And then we got Star and Venom Fusion Dragon. Yep. Star and Venom, which like is the best card for going second with this, and then you can take out the whole board and stuff like that, which is cool. Then links. So we've got Gravity Control. No. Yep. This is basically if you put this in your extra monster zone, you put this there, so you can get stuff back. Yeah. This is just good because in battle this just bounces back to the extra deck, which is cool, which is good. It's a link 1, which is good. It's got good point arrows. You can't use steel, but most of the time you'll be attacking with it and then it'll be going away. Cross Sheep, yep. Just to beat any card, just to bounce up, just to get monsters back from your grave. If most of the time that's what you'll be doing. It's got good arrows, so that's what you'll be using for and get monsters back. You summon Fusion in the right place, yep. Nightmare Unicorn, just to shuffle cards back to the deck, go second. It's got good combos with it, and it will win you game most of the time. Then I link 4, Barrel Sword, just to the OTK, just to do big damage, just change barrels to an opponent monster, and it's good in all sorts of positions, which is cool. Yeah. Then Code Breaker, which is good. It breaks all boards. You can't spawn to it, which is excellent. And then you can banish cards from your links. Yes, you do get quite a few links in here, but not so many as you think. I think you want to get this when you actually have quite a few attributes, but most of the time you get this because you can have big attack and then attack for game with those two monsters, and then you win because of that situation, which is good. And it gets quite big. It doesn't look that big now, but we could get up to like 43 or 53, so that's pretty good. And then we got Absoluta just to be the engagement. Yes, you will end on Absoluta. It happens quite often in this deck, surprisingly. And then you get 3 or 4, and then this is the card you end with. And you got loads of engagement for days, which is cool, which is good. Okay, I'll show you a combo. So the combo you want to do is end with Absoluta and shaddoll monster and a fusion monster with a shaddoll one, so you can actually fusion someone on opponent's turn. So that's the plan. Okay, so a hand like this, if I draw 2 cards, yeah, you can do it. So you start off with Allure. Allure will draw you 2 cards. Let's vanish Armageddonite because you don't need it. Yep. Let's play that. Yep. So we'll send to the grave. I'm gonna send Hedgehog. And Hedgehog will get me a search. So we summon Madman. Then Hedgehog. Hedgehog will get me a search. Hedgehog will get me a wind. Then we'll play then we get the set one from our deck, so we'll send it. This sends an extra card, so we get to send shaddoll Fusion. Yep. And then we will send Beast to draw 2 cards, to draw 1 card. Yep. Now cross cheap, and then we'll get our I'm supposed to send fusion. Fusion, and then we'll get fusion back to our hand. This gets shaddoll fusion. This sends to special to get trigger to your hand. You have to do it sort of now, or you can get trick clown in this situation. If you end with Shakanaga, you have to have a shaddoll card in your hand, so okay, so you'll do that. And Shakanaga goes there. Then you summon these. And you get another search. Yeah. And then maybe it's better to just summon, not that one. That. And this could come back. Yep. Then you just make, and then this was sent to grave, another shaddoll card, Falcon, and then Falcon could special summon itself. Yeah, there's a lot of summoning in this. Yeah, this combo. Yeah, and then you link these two off, link these three off to make absolutes are here. Then you just set 2 and pass. Now that's the ending board there. That's a good ending board. That took, 2 cards to start with, or one card mathematician. Basically creates 3 negates plus a window on opponent's turn, because then you're going to be doing this or this. It's probably better to do this. Then you make a window on opponent's turn. Or if I have dark, yeah, but what's happening is, if I had, so that's what you're hoping to have. It's sort of like this for the deck most of the time, which is cool, which is good. I hope you would, okay, I think that shows what the deck can do. I hope you enjoyed the deck profile today. I hope you subscribe and watch all. Wash your hands. We'll be back playing by the weekend, hopefully, and also things will be sorted. Will I be playing shaddoll? Absolutely. I'm hoping to play this soon. Yeah, because this deck is fun. Even when this deck loses, it feels like actually fun. Yeah, you can do actually loads of stuff with the deck, which is good, which is cool. I hope you enjoyed what I'm about to show today, and subscribe and watch all. Wash your hands and keep safe. And we'll be back playing soon. Okay, subscribe and watch all. See you all next time. Bye bye.